Over the last 5 games, the Ravens have sliced through opponents' defense to the tune of 40.4 points per game, shattering their opponent's will and proving to be the league's top offense. So how exactly do they do it? Greg Roman's scheme is predominantly based around running the Veer, establishing this play and other read schemes to put defenders on skates. He uses multiple backs and tight ends, plus his dynamic QB to pull teams apart. The Veer play is very similar to the zone read that swept the league at the beginning of the decade, except with the read side swap and the angle of the running back's dive changed. This isn't something that Lamar had to learn with the new offense coordinator. He's been running this play since his Louisville days, flat out embarrassing people. Take this staple play of the offense. Here they are in 11 personnel in a pistol formation looking to run to the right. The left tackle takes the end. The left guard gets out to cover the B gap with the center offering help, the double, before getting up to the second level. The right guard steps to cover the A gap, taking on the 3-tech tackle. The right tackle doubles and then can work up to the second level, although usually on this double, you want the guard working up to the second level, usually to the weak side linebacker as to make sure the tackle never cuts off the play. The Ravens will purposely leave the right defensive end unblocked, and this is Lamar's read man. If the end crashes down the line, Jackson keeps it. If the end plays the keeper, the running back has a lighter box and aims to dive in either the A or B gap. This is the advantage of having a running QB, as you always have the appearance of an extra blocker. The Ravens love to use the tight end in motion as a lead blocker, here using Nick Boyle as the lead man. Here's the same play again, this time against the Rams. The end stays up, so Jackson hands it off. Here it is again, but this time the tight end is Jackson's lead blocker, and he's just too fast for the Rams linebacking core. This time, they run it without a lead blocker. It's a 7-on-6 in the box, but the read allows the Ravens to leave one man uncovered. Good blocking gets Ingram 10 yards. They also run the inverted Veer. On this play, Jackson is a dive man with Ingram looking to get wide. There's another added wrinkle to this play, as the line runs a power blocking scheme pulling the left guard. Here it is again out of 21 personnel. Angelo Blackson gets wide to stop the QB keeper, so Lamar hands it off. A great lead block by Patrick Ricard springs the long touchdown run. Another nice wrinkle added here is running the Veer from a full house look. Jackson is reading defensive end Lawrence Guy here, and when Guy comes down to play the run, Jackson keeps it and puts on the Jets, weaving his way for a big gain. With great play design and the league's most dynamic athlete at quarterback, the Ravens consistently get overloads in their blocking schemes. Accompany that with most teams' refusal to remove their high safety, the Ravens look like they'll continue to have their numbers advantage going forward. Roman's offensive creativity extends beyond the Veer play, with multiple other read schemes involved in the offense. Here in 21 personnel, the Ravens line up unbalanced with 79 and 86 swapping their traditional positions. The Ravens are running a power read, pulling the left guard, Jackson's reading the end, who stands up not wanting to get embarrassed by Lamar, which leads to an overload in the box for the Ravens. And check this out, all 5 offensive linemen blocking in the same 5-yard box. Here they are again in 21 personnel, and looking again to be setting up the Veer play. Hightower crashes down, trying to get through the A-gap to disrupt the play. However, they actually call a QB option. Jackson's reading Kyle Van Noy, who does a decent job but is too scared of Jackson's speed and tries to cut the QB off. A perfectly timed pitch with a great lead block by the fullback gives Ingram a big gainer. Or simply just putting the ball in the hands of your best player running a QB power sweep. Look at Jackson's bounce here as he fights off an arm tackle, then accelerates down the sideline, creating space that almost wasn't there. So we've spoken about better numbers and better angles. But what's the third and hardest way to get an advantage in football? Better players. Lamar Jackson is one of the most fluid athletes in professional sports. Blessed with speed, acceleration, balance, and ball handling that would make Kyrie Irving proud. Jackson's intelligence and ability to read the play at full speed and then decide either to hand it off or keep it to beat the man to the edge is frankly ridiculous. I'm not sure if there's a single linebacker who could stop the goal line Veer play, and I'm just not sure if anybody's quick enough. Take this Veer play. In the full house look from earlier, Jackson decides to keep it. This looks like he made the wrong read, as 59 doesn't crash down the line as hard as Jackson's thinking. But no worries, as Jackson breaks his ankles, fights off 2 arm tackles, breaks another man's ankles, and then 2 more arm tackles, before being knocked down after a 40-yard gain. And this is all before we've gotten to the passing game. The passing game contains lots of one-read throws, predominantly targeting the flats. They love to hit the flats away from the play action, often using Jackson's threat of his legs to create space for the throw. But when allowed to be a drop-back passer, Jackson has shown flashes of brilliance. Check out the ball placement on this sticks out, putting the ball where only his man can get it. Or this good read off the defense, spotting the Rams have shifted into a 3-3 coverage. Jackson watches the deep middle safety, knowing that he'll have a perfect 4 verts call against it. When the safety is late, Jackson rifles one into Hollywood Brown. Or this damn right outrageous pass against the Patriots. The Pats are on a cover 1 robber spy look here, and actually do a decent job in coverage and getting pressure on Lamar. However, the sophomore manages to escape the rush and buy an extra half second of time for the throw, deciding to jump as he passes, getting the ball to the receiver for a big 3rd down pickup. So how do you counter this? As mentioned earlier, teams have been reluctant to bring down their high safeties, too scared of getting beat deep. When the Ravens are getting this level of overload, at some point this has to be your priority. The scheme is known, and Lamar's ability to run gives the Ravens an extra blocker. You need to outnumber them by chew to stuff the box. Much like the zone read, your ends need to be continually attacking the mesh point, forcing faster decisions, and this was a determining factor in the zone read dying out. As DNs got better at reading the mesh, the play was rushed and became less valuable. Ideally, you need an early lead to force the Ravens away from the game plan, and then you can bring out your more exotic looks for Jackson. Try this too early and you will get burned. Apart from this, pray. Pray to the football gods that luck and weather are in your favor, because Lamar Jackson is coming for a Super Bowl ring. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you haven't already, check out our latest Drive of the Week here.